Hi guys, this is O-Level Chemistry, paper 12, November 2015, question 21. Which statement about the periodic table is correct? Elements are arranged in order of decreasing proton number? No, they are arranged in the order of increasing proton number. Next, group number is the number of electron shells in atoms of the element in the group. Group number is the number of electron shell. No. The number of electron shell is the period number. The number of period is equal to the number of shells present in an atom. Next, group number can be used to predict the charge of ions. Yes, a group 1 element has a charge of +1, a group 2 element has a charge of +2, a group 3 element has a charge of +3, a group 4 element may have a charge of +4 or -4, a group 5 element has a charge of -3, a group 6 element has a charge of -2, a group 7 element has a charge of -1, and a group 8 or group 0 element has a charge of 0. So this is correct. Metallic character increases left to right across a period? No. As you move along a period, the metallic character decreases because we are moving from metals to non-metals. Sodium is a metal which is found on the left side of the periodic table. In group 7, we have chlorine, which is a non-metal. So we have a decrease in metallic character as we move along a period. So this option becomes incorrect. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option C. Question 22. Which negative ions are present in aqueous copper 2 sulfate? So we've got a solution of copper 2 sulfate and they're asking for the negative ions. So we've got the sulfate ions present and we've got the hydroxide presence due to water. And as far as the positive ions are concerned, we've got Ca2 positive ions and we've got H positive ions due to water. So these are the aqueous ions present in a solution of aqueous copper 2 sulfate. Therefore, option A, copper 2 ions and hydrogen ions. These are the positive ions, not the negative ions which are required. Copper 2 ions only, these are positive ions. Sulfate and hydroxide, these are the negative ions. And sulfate ions only, no. Hydroxide ions are also there. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option C. Question 23. The reaction shown for the Haber process can reach equilibrium. Which row shows the gases present at equilibrium? Nitrogen, yes, equilibrium will have both the reactants and products present. So options A and B have been eliminated. Hydrogen is also a yes. So option C has been eliminated. And ammonia is also a yes, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 24. Which statement about graphite is not correct? It burns to form carbon dioxide. Yes, graphite is an allotrope of carbon. It comprises of only carbon atoms. So when it will burn in oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide only. So this statement is correct. It is a carbon compound. It is not a compound of carbon. It is an allotrope of carbon. So the term compound is not used correctly here. It is an allotrope, which is a different physical form of carbon, a different physical form than diamond, because diamond and graphite are the two allotropes of carbon. Next, it is a giant molecular substance. Yes, this statement is correct. It is a macromolecule. And it is used as a lubricant. Yes, layers of graphite slide over each other, acting as a lubricant for industrial equipment in gears and in movable parts. So this is also correct as well. The question asks which statement about graphite is not correct. This makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 25. The energy profile diagram for a reaction is shown. And this is an endothermic reaction because the energy of the products is greater than the energy of the reactants. So, which statement is correct? The activation energy of the reactant is H3 minus H1. H3 is the maximum energy state during the progress of a reaction known as the transition state, and H1 is the energy of the reactant. So, this is what they are referring to as the activation energy, and this is correct. Next, the activation energy of reaction is H3 minus H2. H3 minus H2 is just the difference between the products and the transition state or the point of maximum energy. So this is incorrect. Delta H is H1 minus H2. H1 minus H2 would give us the delta H value, but in reverse because we have it as an endothermic reaction. So this should be H2 minus H1. So the equation is incorrect. And delta H is H1 minus H3. No, H3 has nothing to do with the delta H value. So this makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 26. The periodic table shows the positions of elements A, B, C, and D. They are not the usual symbols of these elements. Okay. Which element has a high melting point and can be used as a catalyst? So A and B belong to group 1. They may have relatively high melting point being metals, but are not used as catalysts. So A and B have been eliminated. Option C is a transition metal. It has very high melting point and it is used as a catalyst due to the property of having variable oxidation states. And element D is nitrogen because it is the first element in group 5 of the periodic table. Nitrogen is not used as a catalyst, nor does it have a high melting point because it exists as a gas at RTP. So this makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 27. Which of the statements about iron and steel is not correct? Both iron and steel conduct electricity. Yes, this statement is correct. Both are metals. They would conduct electricity. Mild steel is used in car bodies. Yes, car bodies are made of mild steel. That is why they also rust when exposed to air and water. Pure iron is formed in the blast furnace. No, pure iron is not formed in the blast furnace. There are impurities present in the form of slag, and slag is floating over the molten iron present. So impure iron is produced. So this statement is not correct. The addition of carbon to mild steel makes it stronger. Yes, carbon is the reason that steel is an alloy. So addition of carbon to steel makes it stronger. So the question asks which statement about iron and steel is not correct. Therefore, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 28. Some reactions are shown. Which of these reactions use a catalyst when carried out industrially? Okay, so the first reaction is 2SO2 plus O2 gives 2SO3. This uses vanadium 5 oxide as a catalyst. C3H6, which is an alkene, plus hydrogen gives C3H8, which is an alkane. This uses nickel or platinum as a catalyst, preferably nickel. C2H4 plus water gives C2H5OH. This is alkene plus water gives, or steam gives, an alcohol. This uses H3PO4 as a catalyst. So since all three of them are using a catalyst, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 29. Which change is endothermic? CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus HO. This is combustion. Combustion is always exothermic. Next, H gas plus Cl gas gives HCl gas. So this is bond formation. Bond formation gives off energy, making this reaction exothermic. Next, it is water in the form of steam converting into 2H gas plus O gas. So this is bond breaking. Bond breaking requires energy. So this is an endothermic process. And the last one is a change of state from liquid water to ice, which involves energy being released and the temperature going below the freezing point of water so that it turns to ice, or is actually at 0 degrees Celsius. Let's put it that way. So this is an exothermic reaction as well, because energy will be given off when water freezes. So the correct option for this question is option C. Question 30. Which two elements are major constituents of brass? So this is a question of recall from memory. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. So option A, bromine and astatine, wrong. Copper and tin, this is bronze. Copper and zinc, this is brass. Tin and zinc, no, copper is not present along with zinc. So the correct option for this question is option C.